Today it seems that we're running through life. We have faster phones, faster goals and faster lives, but we're more anxious and more unfulfilled than ever. Men are chasing more dreams and more meaning, and they're not finding it. I thought the fast life meant that I was winning until it almost burned me out. But what I discovered next changed how I feel, how I live, and how I work every single day. If you've ever felt that life is moving way too fast or that you're on the edge of burnout, stay with me. By the end of this video, I'm going to share why moving slower can make you more successful, more happy, and more fulfilled than you've ever been. Hi, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dominic. I'm a PhD philosophy student, and on this channel, I help men cultivate the rare qualities that set them apart from others so they can live lives of depth, meaning, and excellence. So what if slowing down wasn't actually laziness, but mastery? What if those people who lived slow, deliberate lives actually enjoyed life more, while the rest of us just seem to blur straight past it? So a few years ago, I was working a full-time job and I was studying philosophy at night. I was chasing money through the day and I was chasing meaning through the night. And after a while, this started to take its toll on me. I just felt so exhausted and so drained, and I realized that I was filling my days with so many activities in order to try to achieve something, to get somewhere. And I realized that I wasn't actually that happy, that I had built a fast life, but not a good life, not the life that I wanted. So I thought there must be another way. So after that, I stopped living so fast. I started to ask, why am I living so fast? And that's when the idea of slow living started to make sense. And since then, I've started to live a much more slower, deliberate, and intentional life. And here are the 5 steps that changed everything for me. Step 1, awareness. When you live in a fast-paced city, it's very hard to actually gauge how fast your life actually is. And I told myself that this fast pace of life was okay, that I was driven, ambitious, but I soon realized that this fast pace of life had actually infected me. And I couldn't actually sit for 5 or 10 minutes without scrolling on my phone or being distracted in some way. And that's when I realized that this pace of life had kind of infected me and was actually a problem. So essentially I realized that I wasn't actually running out of time, which is what this fast-paced life makes you believe. I was actually running out of presence. I was actually never present in my life. So you need to be aware of how much you are reacting to your environment, how much of your life is actually reactive, not productive. You need to be aware that your social life, your environment, and even the digital media and social media, how they're actually affecting you and actually how they're keeping you at this fast pace. Because the first step is awareness. We need to become aware of our situation, aware of the problem before we can become free of it. Step 2, push through the resistance. Slowing down at first feels very wrong because we're conditioned to move so fast. The first time I tried to do a slow morning, I felt guilty. I felt that the world was leaving me behind, that I was falling behind my goals, that I was losing to my competitors. I couldn't even appreciate the moment of quiet and stillness that I luckily was afforded. But after applying this practice daily and after gradually increasing these moments of slowness and of stillness away from digital sources or just stimulation of any kind, I started to realize that these were powerful moments, that these spaces gave me the freedom to breathe, to think, to contemplate. It allowed me to think about how I wanted to act in the world. It prevented me from being immediately affected by all the stimuli out in the world, and it really grounded me for the day ahead. So now my morning cup of coffee, which is without a phone, without any sort of stimulus, is a sacred moment where you can just really get clarity on who you are and where you're going. Today men can see slowness with failure, that to pause is a weakness, but really to actually pause and become still is a massive strength. I think that anyone that takes the time to pause to build out moments of stillness or moments of contemplation are going to be far less affected by society and its demands, and will have a far greater opportunity to fulfill their dreams and become the person they want to be. So we must find these moments of stillness, these moments of quiet, whether it is a morning coffee without a phone, or whether it is a lunchtime walk in a park, or whether it's just contemplating life in a cozy armchair by the fireplace in an evening. We need these moments of stillness if we really want to become great, well-rounded men. Step number 3, eliminate the unnecessary. In our lives today, we are inundated with excess of information, excess of TV shows to watch, excess of meetings, notifications, tasks to achieve and do. And that's why subtraction is so necessary, because we really need to just subtract everything that we don't actually need. We don't need to say, watch every TV show, to read every newspaper, to watch every podcast. We only need to do those things which are actually important for us and that will get us towards our actual goals. This is why minimalism has become its own movement. But minimalism touches on a deeper core. It reveals the reaction to a world of excess, that we've been inundated with things and we lack meaning. It reduces cognitive load, it frees you up, it makes your environment feel cleaner, more calm and more relaxing. So we need to eliminate all the unnecessary in our life, whether that's unnecessary notifications, unnecessary social meetings, unnecessary news feeds. Only by eliminating that which is unnecessary can we choose what we apply our attention to. And once we apply our attention to that which is important for us, then and only then can we say that we are living deliberately. And if you want to watch a video on why you should be following your purpose and not your passion, check out this video here where I explain that in detail. Step 4, practice slow living. When you slow down, life doesn't become more boring, it becomes more deliberate and it becomes a deeper experience. When I first started to begin a slow life, I started to realize that I could actually experience what I had far more deeply. The thing is, we're all moving so fast, we're not actually seeing life. So I changed from trying to do everything to just doing one thing at a time. I decided to just give all of my energy, all of my focus onto the one thing I was doing at that moment. And by doing this, I learned that a slow life, it doesn't mean being less productive, it just means being more deliberate. It means being more deliberate with your time and more deliberate in your actions. It allows you to live a more meaningful life, and it allows you to see how rich your life actually is. And I can say that it has actually benefited my life in all aspects, because now if I just focus on what I'm doing with presence in the moment, my outcomes are far greater. My relationships are stronger, my work is more creative, and I am just a better person. So to put this into practice, you need to simplify your schedule. You need to replace being busy with being present. You need to stop trying to do everything and just do one thing, but do that one thing well. Because living slow is a discipline, and it actually takes a lot of work to build out that discipline. So we need to start small and build out gradually over time, so we can have a better focus, better life, a clearer schedule, and a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Embrace your new slow life. Slow living is about meaning, not about being idle. So for me now, my mornings are sacred. I have protected myself at certain points in the day through habits or through my schedule to prevent the onslaught of life attacking me before I'm ready. I want to be grounded. I want to check in with myself every single day before the world demands things from me. I want to have a slow routine as much as I can. Obviously, everybody's life is different, but there are ways in everybody's life that we can slow down and live more deliberately. When it comes to family and relationships, it means being more deliberate and being more focused. I found that by giving my full attention to whoever I'm with leads to a much more meaningful conversation and experience for all. You need to find time to stay away from your phone. I personally now have times where I just am absent from my phone. It stays in a drawer, it stays in the other room, and I'm just doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing in that moment in time. Now I create slow routines. So on Sundays, we don't do any sort of shopping or anything like that. We just make it Sundays as a family day, whether that's at home or in a park or on an excursion somewhere like that. And if you embrace this lifestyle, what you'll find is you'll see that there was so much richness in your life that you maybe never even saw. And by living this slow and more deliberate life, it gives us the opportunity to actually see, to smell the roses, to taste the coffee, to feel the presence of a friend or family. And it just allows a much richer experience of life. So after embracing the slow life, I realized that living slow wasn't about doing less, it was about being more grateful, being more present, and being more alive. If you want to live a more meaningful life, I suggest you just slow down and watch how much of life that you've been missing out on. So the slow man isn't lazy, he is deliberate. In this fast-paced world, his stillness is his strength. His calm is his command, and his focus is his freedom. Imagine a generation of men who don't rush through life, but who live it, who bring calm to the chaos, who lead by not speed, but presence. If you're ready to stop racing and start living like a man who owns his own time, then you're already one of us. Join the community and let's walk this path together, with character, with strength, and with purpose. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.